We evaluate Man United's under-fire midfield, defensive weaknesses, record against Big Six, error-prone performances and transfer spending. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is under serious pressure after a dismal 2-0 defeat to rivals City at the weekend followed a 5-0 thrashing by Liverpool at Old Trafford, but is a frail midfield to blame for the latest slump. Sky Sports pundit Gary Neville claimed pressure on Solskjaer had cranked to intolerable levels after the Liverpool game. Fast forward a fortnight and Neville likened Manchester City's dominance in the derby as giving United a general anaesthetic. Fellow pundit Roy Keane savaged United's derby display, saying it felt worse than the defeat to Liverpool, and took aim at the midfield, adding, "I look for characters. Scott McTominay, who I know is learning his trade, Fred in midfield. These players are not good enough for Manchester United. United have been spending to bridge the divide with their title-tussling rivals, but the gulf in cohesion and application on the pitch appears greater than ever and was exposed with numbing realization in 2 fateful weeks. A quick-fix 5-3-2 formation to address defensive frailties paid dividends in the 3-0 win at Tottenham. However, speaking after the Manchester derby, City boss Pep Guardiola explained in merely 2 sentences how his side switched flanks frequently to breach United's makeshift system. The Red Devils have slipped into 6th on goal difference, locked level on 17 points with Brighton. Not quite the start many fans were expecting after a runners-up finish last term preceded a stellar summer transfer window. United have now suffered 4 defeats in 6 Premier League games, with losses against Manchester City, Liverpool, Leicester and Aston Villa, punctuated with a 1-1 draw against Everton and the win over Spurs. The graphic below highlights the most damning aspect of all. United are suffering their worst run of form in the Premier League under Solskjaer since May 2019. At the start of the campaign, major trophies and perhaps even their first league title in 9 years appeared to be drawing closer, but the numbers suggest United remain off the pace. In fact, United have won only 32.1% of their clashes with Big Six opposition during Solskjaer's reign, nearly half the tally collected by rivals Liverpool during that period. As it stands, United have no plans to replace Solskjaer, despite a number of players having reservations about whether he is the right man to turn things around, but the stats around Solskjaer's United continue to be damning. Speaking after the Manchester derby debacle, Keane said he would grab Ole and ask, why, he is playing Fred, with the Sky Sports pundit highlighting the defensive midfield position as a major weakness. The Brazil international has typically started on the left of a 2-man midfield in a 4-2-3-1 system over the past 3 seasons, but has come under scrutiny during his time at the club. The interactive table below reveals the 28-year-old has been dribbled past 26 times this season. Only Everton compatriot Allen has been bypassed more frequently out of Premier League midfielders. In addition, his dual success rate of 40.4% is among the lowest ratio for defensive midfielders in the division. Some fans have questioned whether Fred needs more license to roam after shining for Brazil in a more advanced role, playing alongside Liverpool holding midfielder Fabinho. However, pressing data reveals the Brazilian does apply more pressure on opponents per 90 minutes than any other player at the club, surpassing fellow defensive midfielders McTominay and Nemanja Matic. Ultimately, the graphic below highlights the broader issue of United being too easy to play through in midfield, suggesting more midfield metal is required to bolster central areas and prevent turnovers to protect the team's high line style.